All right, guys, we're going to be talking about Scott Mendelson today in today's video. You should all know who Scott Mendelson is. He is a media shill who writes for Forbes, and he absolutely 100% loves The Last Jedi. And he voted that movie the best Star Wars movie of all time. Not Empire, not the original Star Wars, not Return of the Jedi, The Last Jedi. Now, was he serious about that? I guess he was. But now he has an article out talking about The Rise of Skywalker. And we all know when Rise of Skywalker came out, Scott Mendelson was not a fan of it. He absolutely hated The Rise of Skywalker. And many other people in the media did too. But the thing is, we all know why Scott Mendelson did not like The Rise of Skywalker. It's because that movie took a lot of shots at The Last Jedi. Now, me, myself, I hated The Rise of Skywalker. Actually, I hate all three of those movies in the Palpatine saga. They're all trash. They're all trash. They just need to go away. And I don't really need to ever watch them again. But to get back on track here, Scott Mendelson has an article up on Forbes. It's entitled, Star Wars May Never Recover from the Damage Done by Rise of Skywalker. Now, I've been saying for a while that Star Wars will never be the same again. It will never be the same. Even with The Mandalorian coming out, I really did enjoy it. I still think that Star Wars' best days are behind it. I really do. No George Lucas. He's not involved with anything. And I think that is the biggest key right there. No George Lucas. Star Wars just is not going to be the same anymore. Now, as far as Scott Mendelson goes, I think it's kind of funny that he puts out an article about Star Wars may never recover because of Rise of Skywalker. But where was he with The Last Jedi when that came out? Now, it's perfectly okay if he likes the movie, that's fine. But he had to know the backlash on that movie was real. It was real, and it was proven at the box office. The Last Jedi made $1.3 billion. $700 million less than The Force Awakens. So going into The Rise of Skywalker, one would think, all right, this is the movie. They said this movie was going to close out all of the movies, put them into one. It didn't do that whatsoever. It just closed out the Palpatine saga and completely ignored and retconned episodes 1 through 6. But let's move on. He didn't speak out about the backlash of that movie. So I just think this is a personal feeling for him on this because he loves The Last Jedi so much. He loves it so much. I was already saying after Last Jedi, Star Wars is done. It will never recover. And it hasn't recovered. It really hasn't recovered, and it may not ever recover again. No George Lucas, and Kathleen Kennedy is still there. I mean, there's rumors about her actually, hitting the road. Maybe she's going to be replaced, but I don't know. I don't know about that. I'll believe it when I see it. But Scott Mendelson does make a few good points about why it may not recover. For one thing, he did mention Kylo Ren, opening scene in the movie. We have no idea where Kylo Ren is, who he's fighting. There's no story arc on that whatsoever. And we find out that that is Mustafar, and he's trying to get to Vader's castle or something like that. Never was addressed in the movie at all. That was a big mistake. Also, he mentions about Finn getting ready to tell Rey something when they're about to fall into quicksand. It never comes up again. So he's right on that. He's right on that, but I don't think he's still seeing clearly. He's seeing this strictly from he loved The Last Jedi, and this movie retconned that movie. So I'm not agreeing 100% at all with Scott Mendelson because he doesn't see the bigger picture. The movie he loved really did a lot of damage to the fandom. It broke the fandom. Think of that. Star Wars is split. And now Rise of Skywalker has just made it even worse because now you have more people even more divided. So I think they created a third split, with the Last Jedi lovers, the Reylo lovers. Nobody liked the movie. Nobody did. The fandom is more divided than ever now. But we in the Fandom Menace told you that all of this was coming. We knew it. All of the leaks for the movie was right on the money. I've never seen a movie really where every single leak was 100% correct. And we talked about it on videos, and it was awful. And it was even worse watching it on screen. I mean, for Rey to sit up there and say, I'm Rey Skywalker when she's a Palpatine, that was a big FU to George Lucas. That was a big FU to Anakin. It was a travesty. It was the worst ending, I think, ever in a movie. It's right up there. And I'm not saying The Last Jedi was any good. It was trash too. But I do believe that this movie is kind of paying for some of the sins of The Last Jedi. But this movie was a canon wrecking machine. That's what it was. So Scott Mendelson is just late to the party, but for different reasons. I think that we in the Phantom Menace, we have seen this coming. We've been talking about this for 2 years. It's over. It's done. It's a wrap. Now, the future of Star Wars is on Disney Plus. I think Disney Plus, Star Wars is going to have a pretty good home. And Clone Wars comes out tomorrow. I'm really looking forward to that. I know Clone Wars is going to be good because the right people are in the right place making that. Kathleen Kennedy is nowhere near the Clone Wars. At least we hope not. We hear rumors about Kathleen Kennedy has been banned from the set of The Mandalorian. That's a good thing. That needs to happen because she doesn't have a creative bone in her body. And she's the main reason why Star Wars may never recover. She's the main reason. Not necessarily The Rise of Skywalker. Not necessarily The Last Jedi. Kathleen Kennedy is the main reason why Star Wars may never recover. And now they don't have any more saga movies. No more saga movies. It's all going to be new material on characters that nobody knows and nobody cares about. So the box office is just going to go down. They can't use Vader. I guess they could and they did something with Vader, but for right now, there is no Vader. Luke is dead, or Jake, whatever you want to call him. He's dead, not coming back. Unfortunately, Carrie Fisher has passed away. No Han Solo. It's over. It's over, and the new characters did not resonate the way that Disney hoped they would. So, Kathleen Kennedy damaged everything. Everything, and Bob Iger gets a big blunt of the blame for him to backstab George Lucas like that. This thing was doomed from the beginning. Yes, the first movie was going to be a hit because that was the first Star Wars movie in like 10 years. But after that, everything went downhill. But that's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Scott Mendelson saying that The Rise of Skywalker may be the main reason why Star Wars will never recover. I disagree with him for different reasons. It was Kathleen Kennedy. It was The Last Jedi. So guys, let me know what you think about all this in the comments. If you're new here to the channel, please hit subscribe to catch future videos from me. And we will catch you on the next video. John Matrixx, out.